Catholicism and Orthodoxy both share a common origin in early Christianity. However, over centuries, key differences have emerged that shape the practices, beliefs, and governance of these two ancient branches of Christianity. In this video, we'll dive into the most important distinctions between Catholic and Orthodox traditions, exploring their theology, liturgy, and more. One of the most significant differences between Catholicism and Orthodoxy is the role of authority in the Church. In Catholicism, the Pope is the supreme leader, holding universal jurisdiction over the entire Church. The doctrine of papal infallibility means that the Pope can speak without error on matters of faith and morals under specific conditions. In contrast, Orthodoxy operates with a decentralized leadership. Each national Orthodox Church, such as the Greek or Russian Orthodox Church, is led by its own patriarch. The Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople is honored as the first among equals, but does not hold the same level of authority as the Pope in Catholicism. The next major theological difference revolves around the Nicene Creed and a phrase known as the Filioque. In Catholicism, the Creed states that the Holy Spirit proceeds from both the Father and the Son, a belief expressed in the Latin term filioque. Orthodoxy rejects the addition of "and the Son," maintaining that the Holy Spirit proceeds only from the Father. This difference may seem minor, but has theological implications that contributed to the split between the two churches. Both Catholicism and Orthodoxy uphold 7 sacraments, but the way these are administered varies. For example, in the Catholic Church, confirmation is usually given during adolescence by a bishop. Meanwhile, in Orthodoxy, chrismation, which corresponds to confirmation, is performed immediately after baptism, even in infants. The structure of the liturgy also differs. While the Catholic Mass has undergone reforms to be celebrated in local languages, the Orthodox Divine Liturgy remains more elaborate and traditional, often conducted in ancient languages such as Greek or Church Slavonic, with a heavy use of icons, incense, and chanting. Visual elements also play a distinct role in both traditions. In Catholicism, religious art and statues are common, with an emphasis on artistic diversity across cultures. However, in Orthodoxy, icons are central to worship, representing not just religious figures, but the theology behind them. The creation and veneration of icons follow strict guidelines, and the iconostasis, a screen of icons, separates the sanctuary from the nave in Orthodox churches. Another difference lies in how both traditions understand original sin and salvation. Catholics believe in the doctrine of original sin, which teaches that humanity inherits the sin of Adam and Eve, and baptism cleanses individuals of this sin. Orthodox Christians, on the other hand, believe that while humanity inherits the consequences of original sin, they do not inherit its guilt. Salvation in Orthodoxy is seen more as a process of theosis, or becoming one with God, through participation in the sacraments and the transformative power of divine grace. Clerical celibacy is another major distinction. In Catholicism, priests in the Latin Rite are required to remain celibate, though in Eastern Catholic churches, married men can become priests. In contrast, Orthodox priests are allowed to marry, but they must do so before ordination. Bishops, however, in both Catholicism and Orthodoxy, are chosen from celibate monks or priests. Fasting is taken more rigorously in Orthodoxy, with long periods of abstention from meat, dairy, and sometimes oil and wine during Lent, Advent, and other fasting seasons. In Catholicism, fasting has become less strict over time, with only a few mandatory fasting days, such as Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. Though Catholicism and Orthodoxy share many foundational beliefs, their traditions have developed in distinct ways over the centuries. From papal authority to fasting practices, these differences shape how each branch of Christianity approaches theology, worship, and daily life. Yet, both remain deeply committed to the sacramental life and the mystery of the Christian faith. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the differences between Catholic and Orthodox traditions. For more content on Christianity, stay tuned.